Hello everyone, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. Well, Tata and I are at it again. Since we have the plastic in place now, I was going to say I'll accept that last row, but I'm not even sure if we're going to plant that. I haven't made up my mind yet. But anyway, we are going to fit the pressure gauge, bypass, and filter into this line so that we can start laying out the drip line. And as soon as we get the drip line laid out and get the location where the emitters are going to be marked, then we can put holes in the plastic, and then we can water, and then we can plant. And it's important that we get this field, these two fields now, into production. And field 3 will be cleaned sometime during this week, and we'll do the same with it. And hopefully we can get all 3 of these fields in production this week. But right now we need to get this main line in and get the drip line in. And the problem is that there's no ready-made fittings available here. Maybe if we were in Tagbilaran, maybe, but not here. They don't have 2-inch to 1.5-inch reducers. They don't have 2-inch to 1.25-inch reducers. They just don't have any fittings here. And so Tata is going to have to make them. And he's pretty good at making these fittings and making them work. The good point is that this is a low pressure system. It doesn't have to handle 80 psi. It only has to handle 10. So if it's a small leak, it's okay. What can you say, Tata? Crazy foreigner ideas?
No. We need a simple way.
A simple way?
Yeah.
Well, Tata and I are busted now. We've got a new helper. Tata has been slowly fitting together these components. I went in and finished up the feed guard while he was doing this. So he's got these 2 connectors made for the fine filter, and right now he's working on the, I don't know, what is going to basically be my throttle water return to the pond. This is basically my pressure regulator, and it'll also be it'll break the, I was going to say break the system. It will release the siphon, so that because those fields are much lower than the intake on this pond, and so if there's no break, then even when the pump is shut off, it will continue to siphon, and it'll end up draining the pond. Well, don't hit Tata. Eat that, Tata. Careful. Oh, why are you mad? Tata's working. Are you helping? Are you helping? It's a relative term. All right, so we've got the the inline filter installed in line. So Tatai, we don't have an extension cord, so Tatai is going to build everything at the house, and all we have left to do is put the pressure gauge in. We've put the return valve, the bypass in, and we're almost done. We'll cut the end of that off and clean that very well going down the bank there, and we'll start laying the the main line. Okay, so there's the bypass with the pressure gauge installed. Tatai's going to get a knife or something. He got a little bit of solvent on the face of it here, right in the spot that we need to be able to read it. So we went and got a knife. Maybe we can scrape this off and save it. I do have 2 of these gauges, but I think the solvent just made the plastic cloudy. Here, let me mess with it, Tatai. All right, so we were able to save it. So this is the 10 to 15 psi is what I need to be able to read. So we just took the cover off and moved this is plastic, it's not glass. So that's why the solvent screwed it up. So as long as I can read the 10 to 15 psi mark and the anything going in excess of that, that's what I need to read. So we just moved it around, so it's perfect now. Tata and I discussed this. It's pretty ingenious, I think, what we came up with. So he just put a T in here with an end cap, and we've got a step drill, so he just drilled the hole the exact size we need, and then this is threaded in. If it leaks a little bit, not that worried about it. If it leaks too much, we can put some Teflon tape on it, but I think that's going to work just fine. So that part of the setup is complete. So what we're doing now is Tatai is making staples. And that's to hold the emitter connectors in place next to the main line. Now, I don't know how it's possible that in this whole town there's no rubber bands. I went to the school supply place. It's a specific store for school supplies, and then I went to the Alturas department store, and then I went to the hardware store across from Abinson's. Nobody has even one rubber band in any of those stores. It's like there's an import ban on rubber bands to the town of Talabon. So I ordered some online. They're not here yet. They should be here in the next 2 or 3 days. So what we're going to do is hold the emitters in place, or the emitter connectors in place next to the main line. Because look, so we're going to put in the main line right now, but the drip tape itself has to be, the reason I got rubber bands is to hold a bit of tension on it. Look, you can stretch drip tape tight even, but it won't stay in place because it'll eventually stretch. And what happens with drip tape is, because it's in the sun and at night it's not in the sun, so it expands and contracts, and in any kind of a run at all, even 10 or 15 feet, it will walk off the rows. And so you have to, in my experience, you have to anchor it in place on one side and just put constant tension on the other side. to help keep it pulled into place. And so that's what we're working on right now. Right now we're gonna, as soon as Tatai's through with these staples, we're gonna clean this area up right here, and we're gonna set in the main line. All right, so once again, things just don't fit right. So all those 1.5 T's that I bought there are useless. I do have 1 inch and 1 1/4 T, which is just, you know, that's 1 1/4 pipe there. The main line fits on it, but the T has this strange little lip on it that we're going to have to grind off all 3 surfaces. Just a tiny amount, just so we can get the main line over. It's easy to see why I mean, I don't know for sure, but my guess is there are almost 0 drip irrigation systems on this island, because you just can't find the fittings for it. And if I didn't have some knowledge about it and experience with it, nah, no way that someone could make this work. With what's available. I mean, you can see we had to make all the connections for that. I had to fabricate them, basically. And now we're having to do the same thing with this T. And we're going to have to do that at least with 2 more of those. All right, let's see if we can get see if the main line will go over that Tatai. Just barely.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. Check all 3. Check all 3 sides, Tatai. And it's a nice snug fit. That is a good thing. And that one's giving him troubles. That one's good?
Yeah.
All right, that's 2.
Yeah.
All right, we can make it work. All right, so these are the staples that we fabricated. Tatai fabricated. So they sell, you know, online they sell landscaping staples. That's basically what we've made here. And I looked at them and I saw the price, which is about 25 pesos each delivered, and just thought to myself, that is a stupid price. And they're half the thickness of this, half the diameter. They're just like between this and tie wire, baling wire. So we were able to make, I bought 1 kilo of this wire. You can buy it by the kilo. It was 130 pesos per kilo. And we were able to make 60 of those staples from the 1 kilo. I can even get, if this doesn't work out, I can even get thicker. They have one size thicker that's like, I don't know, almost, it might be, I don't know, 3/16, because I would call that 1/8. So it might be 3/16. They have a thicker, one size thicker, also for sale by the kilo. And they did have stainless, but the stainless was very, very expensive. So I just got the steel. But 60 of them, 25 pesos each. That would have been what, about 1,500 pesos, and we got it done for 130 and 30 minutes of Tatay's labor. That's quite a little savings right there. All right, so what we're doing here, so this is the ultra pole that was in that dam that used to be right there, and saved this trapal that was there. And what we're doing now, look, this main line is not what you would call fragile, but it's not what you'd call tough either. And so we're just putting down this trapal as a barrier against sticks and whatnot, so we don't poke a hole in it. And that's going to be going underneath all the main line. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock. It is boiling hot. Me and Tatay have agreed we're done. So we've got it connected here, and we've got that T connected there, and I've got the line extended on out that the rest of that roll. So that main line is going that way. The main line, I don't know how to describe it, is going this way. I pulled it on through here. It's continuing on down, so I had Tatay tell Kansi and basically pulled them off of their cleaning in field 3 to have them complete the canal going that way, because I just piled the rest of the line there. So hopefully they'll be able to, it's 4 o'clock, hopefully they'll be able to complete that today, because whatever they don't complete, that's going to be on me and Tatay in the morning. We're going to start at about daylight, because neither one of us, especially me, but I can tell Tatay is feeling it as well. This heat is, I don't know, it's 40 plus, it's over 100, and it's humid. It just knocks you out, anything that you do. So actually they've cleared this canal for the most part, and it's just that first little section there that needs to be done. They've been working on the other side of the field there because it's in the shade. Can't blame them for that. I asked them if they wanted me to make them a shade tarp, and they weren't interested. So I don't know. But I'm just hoping that we can finish getting this cleared this week, because they're only working half days. And today's Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then maybe Saturday we can get the plastic put in, because we're going to have to recover all this in plastic. It'll be a little quicker this time because we're not going to use stones. These beds are too wide. We're just going to have to put up with the weeds in this particular field. Because we just don't have the means to completely cover it off. It's looking good so far. So in fields 1 and 2, the drip lines will be running this way, but in this field the main line is going to be going through here, so the drip tape is going to follow the furrows here. and we're just going to continue on around until we run out of until we run out of whatever we need to continue. Whether or not that's going to be, well, I know I've got plenty of Mainline. It's probably going to be plastic that we run out of first, but it could be T-tape as well. I'm hopeful that this week at least we'll be able to get fields 1, 2, and 3 all in production, and maybe we'll have enough materials to do field 4 this month. As you can see, the water of this well is holding pretty steady. It's no longer being pumped 24 hours a day because we're shutting it off at night. It's only running during the daytime with solar, but it's still a good 5 feet from the bottom, so this well has plenty of water so far. All right, so we're burning. Run, Tatai. What is already, Consing and Ippy did that little portion right there. I say little, that's a big area. And the weeds that they chopped up, they left in piles out there, and Tata is transferring that to burn it. And so we're going to be burning a good portion of this. So the girls have got this cleared. I don't know if we have enough tripal to line this with, and we're burning now anyway, so I'm not going to stretch out the line, but I'm fairly certain that that line will go all the way to the plateau. That's pretty much going to be a wrap for today, guys. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.